Good morning, everyone. So I am Lyn Villanueva, and today I will gonna discuss to you about the best practices in early childhood education. So what do we mean by practices? Practices is the ways of doing something, methods, or techniques that you're gonna do to achieve something.
Introduction. Early childhood education, or ECE, lays the foundation for a child's cognitive, emotional, social, and physical development. High quality early learning environments help children build essential skills that influence lifelong learning and well being. Effective ECE practices must therefore be grounded in developmentally appropriate methods, supportive relationships, and engaging learning experiences that honor each child's individuality.
So here are the 7 practices in early childhood education.
First one is a play-based learning or learning through play. It encourages open-ended play that allows creativity and problem solving. And play is recognized as a primary way young children learn. Second one is the positive guidance and behavior support. We need to use positive reinforcement and redirection instead of punishment. We also need to be model empathy, patience, and respect.
We teacher must also need to teach our learners to recognize and manage their emotions, especially when they did something wrong.
Third one is a culturally responsive teaching. Incorporate stories, songs, and materials that reflect diverse cultures. It involves families in sharing cultural knowledge.
It is very important to discuss differences with respect to the learners in order for them to realize that we have individual differences.
Fourth one is the STEM in early learning. It encourages exploration through simple experiments and problem-solving tasks. You can also ask open-ended questions like, what do you think will happen if?
During the experiments or solving, it is very important for us as a teacher to know if our learners are also observing and if they are also thinking critically.
Fifth one is the observation and documentation. You need to record children's progress through anecdotal notes, photos, or learning stories. You can also use observations to plan experiences based on children's interests and needs.
In this part, we teachers also need to share documentations with the families to celebrate the milestone of their students. That is why after every quarters, there is this called AAD or the Accomplishment Appreciation Day, wherein the students are being awarded.
Sixth one is the language and literacy development. We need to engage children in conversations during play and read daily with expression and encourage children to predict and discuss stories.
This part is very important, especially to our ECE learners, because it is for you to assess if they can already read. As I observed during my teaching, teachers are very creative to catch the interest of the students, to read and listen during story time. They also have the big book and other resources.
Last one is the partnerships with families. We need to communicate regularly and respectfully. We also need to encourage family participation in activities and decision making. We also need to acknowledge families' cultural practices and parenting styles.
In school, partnership with the parents or families of the students is very essential and important also, to serve as a companion in everything that is happening inside the school. I also included here the role of the educator. An effective early childhood educator is a facilitator, an observer, a communicator, and a lifelong learning. So that is all about the best practices in early childhood education.